All right, so I'm testing this out on the mobile real fast. Couple things I'm seeing on the news. Don Lemon got arrested at a church. Okay. Why you arresting a reporter? But I got to see the whole story. That's fine. 1%, again, 1% of the infamous files has been released. Apparently, there are millions of pages again. Accusations are coming out, blah, blah, blah. Let me make this clear about these files. We all have our thoughts, ideas, pretty sures, guarantees of who's there, this, that. Let me go ahead and narrow this down. I'm almost looking to see if we're wrong about who we think is on those files, i.e., entertainers, politicians, millionaires, billionaires, trillionaires. Okay, fine. I'm the first one to say, if you're at one of those levels, you can't tell me you don't know this dude, that you haven't been around him. I'm more concerned about who was a part of the atrocities than anything. That is my problem, if you will. Who was a part of the atrocities? How do we stop it? What do we do to vindicate the victims? A lot is coming out from people who have heard testimonies, know what's going on, but not even they're saying anything. Then we've got one congressman. Well, let me wait on that because I saw the story, but I haven't seen it publicized, which I'm not surprised about. In sports news, I'm not a fan at all, but Bill Belichick got robbed. How in the hell you got 8 Super Bowls under your belt and you get denied first ballot Hall of Fame? That is some nonsense. Now, we got the scandals. Sure. Deflategate, Spygate, got it. He had championships before that. He had Super Bowls before those issues. Just like Pete Rose had a decent record before the gambling. Barry Bonds had home runs before the scandal. But if you got a reason, I get it. But wow. Maybe they know something we don't. Cool. It's looking like he got robbed with his credentials. Minneapolis is a war zone right now, in my opinion, between the protests, the people going against federal agents, the violence of the federal agents against the protesters, which are our own citizens. It's a mess. Period. End of story. The whole situation is a mess. Super Bowl's coming up a little over a week. Pulling for Seattle. I can't stand the New England Patriots. I'm pulling for Seattle. I can't stand the New England Patriots. I am a native of Queens, New York. I can't stand the New England Patriots. I'm pulling for Seattle. What else? Everything else is kind of. Nobody wants to talk about the aliens. Got it. AI has taken over and is absolutely out of control. AI is out of control on the internet. I need you all to stop faking people. Jesus. Y'all got Donald Trump crip walking. Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop. The Senate is voting on a crucial spending bill. They're trying to avoid a shutdown. I did see last night that the president and the opposing political party of the president came to terms with a deal to avoid the shutdown. Now we got to see if it's going to go through. I also saw where the president came to terms with other countries on the situation and issue with Greenland, to where our military or our presence being in that area may be at a bit of a pause, or at least not as extreme as is planned. Okay, fine. What else is happening? Let me flip the news channels because those are pretty much the main stories. trying to see if this is going to, it's not popping on like I think it would. Oh, the storm on the East Coast. Let me tell you something about this weather. If you don't think weather's being manipulated, you bugging. Never have we seen, that I could recall, a storm brewing the way that it is brewing off of the East Coast right now. And I do mean right now. Delays and cancellations over the past week are an understatement. Some places are used to this kind of weather and understand it. I get it, but I'm watching the patterns of what's going on. We got a weather warning about tomorrow here where I'm at. And I watched the formation of what the storm's going to be as they predicted over the next 24, 36 hours. I don't remember seeing a storm form this way. This is not normal, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, do me a favor, stock up your house, check on your people, put on some clothes, do what you got to do before it gets crazy. And if you have a surplus, help those in need as best as possible. All of us need to get ourselves together. Some people are going through struggles. I get it. Y'all try to do what you can to help those in need and be careful with what it is that you are doing because you may need it later, not realizing it now, in all honesty. There was a story that I read. The USS Abraham Lincoln was going over to in Iran to turn off their AIS system. I think it is some type of tracker system that they got. Yo. Oh, Lord of mercy. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Count your blessings. Be glad you're not a part of the issue. Be glad you're not a victim of any issue. Thank God for what you do have and where you're at. In the event somebody's in a worse situation than you are, and prayers to anybody trying to come up out of any negative situation that they are in right now. In all honesty. All right, I'm gonna cut this short. Go see what else is on. I'll probably be on TikTok later. I've been acting up over there with some folks. Met a new crew. We're having good fun, conversating, shooting the proverbial. Plan on doing my own broadcast, if not tonight, tomorrow. One depends on the weather, but two, I got to work in the morning, so tomorrow night will probably be better. So we'll just see how the evening goes. Y'all be careful out here. Take care of yourselves. Watch this weather. Watch the news. Watch what's going on because it may come closer to you than you realize. I give you the situation where ICE alone. Right? I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.